King, get that shit again. Get that shit again. Get that shit
Hey, I don't got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm out the bar. All of my niggas is savages. Eat up the bone like some scavengers. I know that them fly got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the balls like a Laker Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Wash the shit out and let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Can't be down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do with the diss and my attention. Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread out the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. My movement gon' move, is the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared.
I ain't sorry. Honestly, I'm not sorry. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. You might notice I'm short a coffee cup. Oh, it's because I left it next to the coffee pot. So this is just going to be Bong Hits with Jessie. And I guess I'm just going to suffer. I'll probably be all right, though. Me and the auntie, that we're going to tough it out. Let's push him right off screen for just a sec. So welcome to, what day is it today? Let's see. Dirty Black's coming. That means it's Thursday. And so here's the thing. This is going to be, I had to get some fresh air. We are in Florida today. It was getting too stuffy in the museum. A little too stuffy in the museum. So we're here in Silver Springs, Florida today, hoping to see some alligators, maybe some manatees, maybe some monkeys. That would be dope. But really, honestly, we're trying to get off this planet. I just seen that SpaceX has a lottery that you can enter that'll help you get off this planet. They have some tickets to their space shuttle to get the hell off here. Then once you get up into space, look, I've seen enough TV shows to know this is what you do. When you get up into space, you just do a karate chop right on the back of their neck. Like a Mr. Spock, but faster. You just come up and just go whack. And then the pilot just, And then it's crazy. As soon as you do that, their clothes always fit you. And you just put on their uniform and then you just dip out. Okay, this is Coffee and Bong Hits. Like I said, I am Jessie, and we are still banned from Facebook. So the only viewers we're going to get today are people that at 10 o'clock remember and go, oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's a show on at 10 o'clock. Yo, it's hard to leave Facebook because Facebook is so necessary to a lot of the shit we do. So let me go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity to remind you guys of all the working parts that go into making this show work. First of all, you really should be watching this on urbansurvivorman.com, home of the coolest silhouette logo in the whole industry. There's a lot of silhouette logos out there. There's only one like us. You should be watching this show on urbansurvivorman.com. And you should be getting your edgy stuff from standupandfightback.bigcartel.com, standupandfightback.bigcartel, where you can get a shirt that says F whatever president you want. You can get one that says F Donald Trump. You can get one that says F Joe Biden. You could probably get one that says F Abraham Lincoln. It just really depends on what you're looking for, I guess. Also, here's a good reminder that look, brother, you don't have to have a mullet on your head to have a mullet in your heart. Get a pair of these sick mullet polarized UV high quality designer fashion eyewear, and you can look as cool as anybody else in Florida. Also brought to you by Patrick Thomas Perkins. Don't come here. And brought to you by Shane McLemore Toys, custom action figures and more. Shane McLemore Toys. Where else do you think we got this Bernie Sanders action figure from? That's right, Shane McLemore Toys. Okay, what else shall I remind you guys about? Oh, go sponsor, adopt an animal at an animal sanctuary. I got a couple you could choose from. They're up on the website. Go to urbansurvivorman.com. Yo, good morning, Marty. Good morning, Erica. Finda's in the house. What? Finda's in the house. Say what? Everybody's just yawning, creeping, waking up. Missed all the plugs. Okay. You know, so late last night, I was listening to this video about the Book of Enoch. And what it was doing was breaking down the Book of Enoch in the sense that it was naming all of the angels. And it was telling everybody, or telling the listener what each angel did and how each angel contributed eventually to the downfall of mankind. And I started thinking, and then I realized I think the reason that people wear gold is to make it more conductive to electricity and energy, right? Like gold and copper are conductors, right? So by you trying to shoot your energy and by you trying to amplify your frequency so that you resonate with other people, if you drape yourself in gold or drape yourself in copper or some other conductive material, you should be able to shoot lasers out your hands if you're really close, right? Don't forget, if you missed when we already plugged them a minute ago, go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com and you can get a shirt that says F any president you want. F Donald Trump, F Joe Biden, F Abraham Lincoln. We don't give a shit. And don't forget about sick mullet, polarized, sick apparel, high fashion, UV, reflects the sun right back in the sun's own eyes. Mullet sunglasses, because remember, if you can't have a mullet on your head, have a mullet in your heart. Oh shit. Sarah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, you could probably get an FT Ted Wheeler shirt there. Okay, so I was thinking about the gold, and now I want to just go on Mr. T, but with copper. I want to just drape myself in copper. Okay, I don't know why I told you guys that when there's so much other stuff to talk about today, but I want to remind you guys that at 10:35 every day, we play a dope local new music video from an independent artist, and then at the end of the month, we compile all of those clips into 10:35 a.m., a music video show. And we premiere it on urbansurvivorman.com, and then you can go watch it at your own convenience up on our YouTube channel, which you should go do right now. Go to, not right now. Oops. Go back to our YouTube channel when this show is over and watch 10:35. I think there's like 17 or 18 really good music videos. I mean, I handpicked them. Of course, people send them to me, but I still handpick them. Okay, look, it's 10:10. I'm supposed to give the car speech. The car speech is, there's two ways you can experience life, inside the aquarium or outside the aquarium, looking at the aquarium. You can either be the author of the story of your life or the reader of the story of your life, and you'll fluctuate. And guess what? That is the 10-minute mark, and I can swear all I want right now, but I don't really need to swear. Remember when I used to just say the F word nonstop on this show? Then I was like, all right, let's stop doing that. Remember when I used to say literally all the time? I never say literally either. We're working. We don't swear before 10 a.m. Thanks to the church kids. See what Jesus does for our life? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And the guy at the Airbnb that messed up his parents' reservation, so they had to. Isn't that crazy to think about real quick, though? That's what Kelly, the super Jesus lover lady said to me. She said, look, God didn't just make Jesus born anywhere. Jesus was born in a stable. Right? They say like a manger, but what's a manger? That's the animal quarters. That's full of animal poop and old straw and smells like animal pee. And that's where God made baby Jeebus be born at. That's pretty crazy. I never really thought of that. Just like I said in the video I watched last night about the roles the individual angels played in the book of Enoch. Yo, that's some heavy shit, man. Because look, the book of Enoch is widely regarded as probably the number one extra biblical book out there, right? And then God could create himself, Marty. He's God. So the book of Enoch was like name dropping these fools. Like, I didn't really realize all these dudes had names and they appear. And so the thing about the book of Enoch was like, yo, check it out. Those dudes aren't dead. Those dudes are still running around the city, running around the planet. They still got plans and extracurricular activities. They're just repackaged. And I'm just like, holy smokes, man. I mean, what is the reason for this world? What are we here for? Because look, we ain't been here that long. We ain't been here that long. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Come on, get out of here, man. This ain't nothing but some weird ass simulation. So what you need to do is you need to climb up out of the aquarium and go in the fish store. You need to climb up out of the book and go to the notepad and the typewriter. You need to get up out of the passenger seat of your own brain, walk around the back of your car and get in the driver's seat, honk the horn, buckle up. All right, it's 10:15. This is the part of the show where I'm supposed to ask, what are you smoking this morning? Boom. What are you smoking this morning? And we're going to be joined by my guest, Dirty Blakk, any minute. And then we'll smoke together, I guess. I got a fat bong hit. I don't know how I'm going to choke that down. But I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to remind you guys that our bong hits every day are brought to you by Anteaters. That's right, Anteaters. Hey, kids, if you and your family are looking for an environmentally friendly pest remediation solution, check out Anteaters. And don't listen to what Figure 8 told you about them being cost prohibitive. We can finance. Boom. Oops, let's do it like this. Hold on. We can finance. And if you find a cheaper price, I'll eat an ant's hat with the ant still wearing it. All right. Look, I really want to get some weed choked down. So let's see what Dirty Black's doing. Yo, wave to me if you're ready, G. But yeah, you ready? Word them up. Hey, now it's a whoops. Let's get old me out of there.
What's up, my brother?
Shit, what's that cool looking bong you got?
You just the Luigi. You know what it is.
Oh, okay. It looked like some flowers. I was like, man, why this dude got flower bong?
I got the dragon in the bottle. You seen this one?
No,
the full dragon.
What? How did you capture the dragon?
You know, it's an old trick they used to do back in the medieval times. They don't do it much anymore.
Man, the dude, I listened to the dude last night. This is how I got caught up on the Enoch story. The guy was like, "Are you shitting me, dude? You're really gonna believe that the dinosaurs are 65 million years old? That's the biggest hustle on the whole planet." And I was like, "Sir, I disagree. I think the moon is the biggest hustle on the whole planet, but don't let me." Okay, so I want to know what all 5 or whatever you are smoking this morning. Marty's smoking the Cascade Orange flower. Oh, look at her. Cascade Orange flower and Nigerian silver dabs and a medible. Erica is smoking on the Golden Goat. Damn, that's a dope ass name.
The Golden Goat, one of my faves. Sativa.
You smoked all of them, right? You smoked every weed possible, right?
You know, they make up names back in the day, back when we had, high times to keep things regulated. You knew who won the cup, 95, 96, 97, 98. Past 2005, shit, it's anybody's game. They make up names, Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball, Goku, Purple Haze, Hindu Kush the Third. You're like, this tastes just like bubblegum.
Man, I used to do that with acid back in the day. I'd just get in your house and look around and be like, "It's a 4-way window pane tablecloth aquarium." They'd be like, "Oh, sounds good." I'd be like,
ceramic pink elephant statue.
Triple dipped. They'd be like, "Oh shit, no way." Hey man, you know who Indo Slim is?
Oh, that's my guy right there.
Man, he got a new video.
And I watched it with Greedy. And it's fire, straight smoke, propane gas. You know what it is.
We're gonna bring it up at 10:35 like we always do. Yo, let's get these bong hits down.
I'm down.
Brought to you by Anteater. Get out my shit, Anteater. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I didn't mean to slap the Anteater. We don't try to trivialize animal cruelty, but he was trying to get to my bong.
That's a different story. I'm smoking on the Candy by Avitus. I'm smoking on Bananas and Cream by Shango. And I'm smoking on Headband, Dr. Jolly's.
Look, we switched it around. I think your bong hit's going to be better than mine. So I'll just take mine in the little window.
I'm going to take 3. So I'm going to start off with this pipe hit. I'll take that bong hit and we'll finish it off with a dab.
Okay, I'm going to just watch. Okay, I'm going to take a pipe hit. Then I'm going to take a pin hit. Okay. That wasn't happening. Holy smokes. We only got 2 rules on this show. No cat calls.
All ears.
No cat calls and no coughing. Holy crap. Your whole little window is just super clogged, man. That looks so dope. Damn, that exploded out of my lungs. Yo, G, do you know that you could get on the SpaceX racket, if you make a donation to the St. Jude's? Look, let me bring this up, man. Let me make sure. Yeah. Win a seat aboard the SpaceX Crew Dragon and make history in humanity's first all-civilian flight.
It's going to be amazing. Did you see that they've done 2 launches in the last 2 weeks? Both of them have exploded on impact right when they hit the ground. So sign up if you want to. On impact too. They said that Elon Musk was going to be on the next one. I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yo, G, we were just about to get sponsored by them too, and then you were like, and they kill people.
No. I didn't say anything bad about it. Did you know that every single one of those space shuttles blew up before they finally made it to the moon, miraculously, right before 1970, just like John F. Kennedy promised.
That's like saying, go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com because the turtlenecks will choke you out. There we go. Okay, let me see what you got to do real quick to win this, though. Talk about entering a lottery that's truly out of this world. One lucky space tourist above the history-making all-civilian launch of the SpaceX Crew Dragon later this year will be pretty much a randomly chosen member of the public. The only stipulation, just make a small donation to the charity that the flight supports, and almost anyone, and yes, that probably means you, can be eligible to win a raffle that'll have you strapping into the same Crew Dragon module that ferries NASA astronauts to ISIS. However, people who owe child support will not be able to participate.
That's how it happens. That's how they keep the blacks down.
Yeah, if you still owe court fees, you cannot go on the SpaceX.
You got a felony.
That's bullshit, man.
Especially for marijuana.
Yo, speaking of felonies for marijuana, I just read this morning that Idaho's Senate just passed by a 2-1 margin to make it so that you can never ever legalize weed in Idaho. They're preemptively trying to put it in the legislation that you'll never be able to legalize.
In the Constitution, bro. They're trying to make an amendment to the Constitution for Idaho to never allow marijuana to be legalized. Ooh, hard flex. 2021. Man. Wasn't expecting it, Idaho. Shout out.
You know, when I ran for mayor, my ultimate goal was to first rule Portland, then take over Vancouver, make them our servants, then use Vancouver and then our new naval army to go up the gorge and go and destroy all those cities, right? Like Attila the Hun, and then eventually work our way over to Idaho. And
Idaho's got potato guns. You got to be careful.
They got a lot of rednecks with bear traps in Idaho, man.
Dude, I got a super surprise for you. You're able to show things off of YouTube, right?
Yeah. We can do whatever we want on here.
YouTube animals in space. I think you're really going to love this. I saw it the other day. I thought of you immediately. My son showed it to me. Shout out, Jay. He showed it to me, and I thought, man, as soon as I am on Coffee and Bong Hits, I'm about to show this to Jesse, and he's going to love it.
Wow.
It's by
Is it a cat floating upside down? Or is it
Sam O'Neely? It's the one with the with all of the
cartoons.
Oh, can you see it with all the cartoons?
Yeah, with all the cartoons. Yeah.
That's the one.
Hold
on. Give it a whirl. Give me a trust on this one. Give it a whirl.
Hold on, we're on it right. Like
animal test subjects have always been an important facet of science since they allow us to study physiology.
It's 8 minutes long, but we can just talk through it.
Yep.
But should come as no surprise.
We'll just show a portion of it. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Haphazardly thrown at the cosmos against their will. Here's a bunch of smelly animals that achieve more in their short lives than you ever will. Quick disclaimer, this is by no means a comprehensive list, not even close. We'd be here all day if it was. More so just a highlight reel of the ones I found the most interesting. So the Great Zoo in the Sky was first founded in 1947 when the US launched a craft containing a bunch of fruit flies 68 miles into the air in order to see what kind of horrible mutants would get made from all the cosmic radiation up there. Unfortunately, they were totally fine, so the Earth was like, hey, living things can go into space and not die.
Yo, G, let me just freeze that real quick. Before anybody stops and says, oh, that sucks, they shoot animals into space. If you gave that animal a choice between being shot in space and running on its own wits, trying to negotiate with advanced superior beings of high intellect, versus being raised in a stockade, shot in the head with a bolt gun, hung upside down with your throat slit while your family watched, and then turned into a hamburger, I would pick the space shuttle 10 out of 10. Okay, hold on.
Instantly supple. And the next year, they decided to send up a rhesus macaque named Albert. Which
no way. Hey, so let me just pause this. So the rhesus macaques, those are what I tracked down in Florida.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. One of those in space. Okay. Let's let this
His
go a
name's
little
Albert too. Check out how they did him.
Kind of like jumping the gun to go from barely alive specks to basically a person in one step. If it were me, I would have thrown like a frog or a gerbil in between there, but whatever, I'm no cosmopolitan. Anyway, Albert died of suffocation on the way up
Oh
and
my
never really
God.
made it to space alive. Fun fact, this rocket was actually a V-2 missile stolen from the Germans after World War II. So just in case any of you have any sympathy for those Nazi characters, they're technically responsible for the death of a poor innocent space monkey. Pretty condemning, if you ask me. But
Okay,
I guess
what's
the
next? A
US felt
dog?
pretty bad about it, so they decided to deal with their grief by naming the next monkey Albert II. A pretty unhealthy coping mechanism, according to my shrink, but she also thinks Punk is dead, so what does she know? This Albert actually made it into space alive through a grand effort incorporating all the incredible cutting-edge technology that the atomic era had to offer. And after all that, they goofed on the parachute, so Albert II turned into a fine red mist on impact, which just goes to prove the age-old adage: you can lead a monkey to space, but you can't make him land. There were a few more Alberts after this. Albert III fucking exploded. Albert IV made it up, but he had another tissue paper parachute what don't work for heck, so he's out. Albert V, yet again, bad shoot, liquefied on impact, until finally, in 1951, on Albert number 6, they figured out how to make a big blanket that consistently makes you not immediately die when you fall from the sky, and the monkey was recovered alive from the capsule alongside his 11 mouse roommates. Of course, he died 2 hours later, but hey, still counts. Earlier that same year, Russia launched 2 little pupniks named Tsigan and Dzik, both of whom came back unharmed. These 2 were the first vertebrates to ever leave Earth. and come
Freaking
back
Russians.
alive. Then in 57, the Reds snagged another achievement by putting the first living thing into orbit, besides the bacteria clinging to Sputnik 1, but they're losers, we don't talk about them. Specifically, they launched
So you
one
can cut
brave
it
and
whatever,
daring
but I just
dog
wanted
from the
you to
streets
see
of Moscow.
this
Probably
is
the
the-
most
I
famous
want to keep
animal to ever
soaking it
go
up
into
though.
space.
I'm like torn. I'm
And
torn
it was
between
hard to turn it
responsibility.
off, man. I wound up. He's got a whole entire channel of stuff that he just goes over really quickly like that in good form.
I feel
And
like
my son showed it to me. I was in the middle of making some music. He comes in and, oh, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know about all this. Turned it on. I immediately finished that one and went on for 3-4 more. So check him out, man.
I feel like Nate has a fair question right here that we should answer before the bottom of the hour. And he wants to know why the people in Vancouver will be our first servants. Well, here's the thing, Nate. You guys have the access to the ports, right? We don't want no landlocked Estacado or Sandy, Oregon. What are we going to do? Build a naval academy on this, or a naval fleet on the Sandy River? We're just gonna patrol Mount Hood. No, we need to take over the Columbia River, Nate. So I'm sorry, but strategically and geographically, you have to be our first target. You have to. We have to get a Navy. I'm sorry. That's going to be our advantage, right?
Well, the
So-
forts there in Vancouver is usually willing.
You know, that shit used to be British, yo. Same with Soviet Island. Soviet Island, the British used to run all this over here, man. Then we came over and we're like, what's cracking, yo? Like Fort Vancouver itself might not be a British fort. We might have built that, but the one on Soviet Island was British. And we had to come over here and fight those dudes. But all we're basically doing is just reinventing the same thing. Everybody wants to think that history started right when they showed up, but Lewis and Clark only came here 200 years ago. 500 years ago, it was full of Russians.
The college?
Yo, look, it's the bottom of the hour. This is Coffee and Bonghits. That is Dirty Blakk. I am Jessie Sponberg, and we are on YouTube only today because I got the ban from Facebook yesterday for defending Kamala Harris and Facebook misunderstanding my sarcasm. So, yeah, I got the 3-day ban. So we just got to ride the week out like this. But that's all right because all our episodes are archived. Anyways, it's the bottom of the hour. This is Red Panda. and we are back, and we're still in each other's seats today. I don't know why. I just think it looks cool when I'm on the right side sometimes. Change it up a little bit. That is Dirty Blakk. I am Jessie Sponberg. This is Coffee and Bong Hits, and this chunk right here, the leading up to the 1035 spot, is brought to you by mealexchange.com, mealexchange.com. And tonight is Thursday night. Tonight they have the Bingo XOXO game. So go to mealexchange.com, get your code, and you can play bingo for free and win prizes and talk shit and feel like a real champion of your household.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I know it sounds like a small victory, but
You said what?
I know it sounds like a small victory, but you can build a whole empire off small victories, man. You start out with a couple bingo wins, spin that momentum into maybe a Keno. You pick something up on Keno real quick. Do they still play Keno? I don't know.
I believe the investors in GameStop learned that last week pretty handily.
Yo, what's going
Small
on
victory
with that
real
today?
quick.
What's going on with that today? Right before the show, the Dogecoin was rising.
Is it back up?
The Nokia was dying.
So talking about Dogecoin, whatever the heck it's called, just so people are understanding what it is it's a volatile market, right? So the only reason that it has any value whatsoever is because people have put value into it. That coin doesn't exist, but it's almost an homage to all currency. All currency doesn't really exist, to be real honest. It's all just a figment of the imagination, but they've given it, an actual dollar bill when they put a president on it, and they put the pyramid with the all-seeing eye and a pluribus unum, whatever the fuck that's supposed to symbolize. But the Dogecoin, the Dogecoin, it only has the Shino Ubu, and it doesn't actually exist whatsoever. It's based off of a meme. So anybody investing in it, you're just putting money into something that you're building yourself. And as soon as anybody jumps out of it, it no longer has any value whatsoever. It's not even a physical thing to hold.
I just play it like video poker. I just put like $20 in and just go, yeah, come on, man, come on. And then I go broke, and then I go, shit. And then I make a post about how stocks suck. Yep. Okay, so here's a really cool thing we're doing on this show, man, is every day at 10:35 we put on a dope local act, right? And that's like, whatever, that's cool, I guess. But then at the end of the month, we put them all together on a cool mixtape. And we call that video mixtape 10:35 a.m. because all the other good names were taken. What were we going to call it? Albert 8?
You can just make it a whole bunch of series of letters and numbers if you're Elon Musk.
Hey, but I was thinking, man, if we could brand just a time, like what are you branding? 10:35. Like if we can just make 10:35 a household name, like, oh, let's get some 10:35 going. People are like, what? Like, you don't get it, mom. You don't get it.
I dig it. That's hard. It's a hard look.
Okay, let me see. Today we are playing the new one from the homie Indo Slim and featuring Greedy. Oh shit, is there a launch right now? Hey, you know what? We're gonna rock this video and then we're gonna find out if there's a launch. So, yo, look what time it is. It's 10:35. If you got some dope ass hip hop and you're an independent artist, reach out to somebody and we will play your shit at 10:35 on Coffee and Bong Hits.
Just mad cause they said they just
just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. Got my foot up on their neck and they know that I'm a threat, homie. And I'm coming to collect, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. They be talking hella wet, but they never came to check on me. Now they looking like regret, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me.
I'm that nigga that watched your downfall. I'm that nigga that's making town calls. I'm that nigga that passed your test card. Looking silky as I hit the boulevard. I'm in and out with the give and go. Guaranteed they throw a brick. Set the shit, had little mama go. Set the pick, imagine this. 3.5 to living dreams. Set schemes, shit was harder than you ever seen. Now what you mean? I break it down, you gon' clear it up. Shit was nuts. My bro Shiloh count $1 million. Bitches crept on me and them niggas slept on me. Always have respect, I was grinding for a check, homie. Look, I'm John Starks when it's prime time. Mr. Give a bitch a hard time. Look, and I don't even like to brag. I just think they might be mad,
They just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. Got my foot up on their neck and they know that I'm a threat, homie. And I'm coming to collect, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. They be talking hella wet, but they never came to check on me. Now they looking like regret, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me. Low key, man, it's been the case. Hip hop and the hatred that it generates. I feel like they love me but don't like me much. Politely clutch at every venue that my Nikes touch. Look, 20 minutes and my rap is written. When videos hit 20K, they started acting different. A popular loner, I just be isolated. Every visual we drop, you know the price inflated. Yeah, it's Indonesia, greedy graves with me. Two for the whipping in the vault, you know we plays quick. Yeah, the macaroni and the marijuana. You see that man in my backseat, he like the air llama. Yeah,
My nigga was clean in the white though.
yes. I might pull up on Kilo, that's my brother cousin. And I don't even
Crispy.
I just think they might be mad. They just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. Got my foot up on their neck and they know that I'm a threat, homie. And I'm coming to collect, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me. With all due respect on me. They be talking hella wet, but they never came to check on me. Now they looking like regret, homie. They just mad cause they slept on me.
R.I.P.
Man, you know what? I was just about to say I learned my lesson on that Anthony Rivera joint about turning off the video too early. And I was just thinking that in my head. Yo, that was Indo Slim featuring Greedy, Slept on Me. Yo, that's real gangster shit, right? Like,
Absolute slapper from the town, man, from the homie Indo Slim and Greedy. Doing it big.
I like it because it's subtle, right? The gangsterism in that dude's music is subtle, but it's evident. But he doesn't have to rap like Tupac to make you understand that there's some gangster ass shit going on in his life, right?
Nah, I'm saying, and Slim switched up the flow too, you know, and enough can be said, you know what I'm saying, for the tribute at the end, you know, these videos and stuff, being able to be an artist and being able to make music and put out videos and then being able to do tributes to people, it's invaluable. It lives forever, you know what I'm saying? And so big ups, rest in peace, the homegirl.
Damn, yo, G, peep this real quick, man. They trying to spacewalk on him. Look, hold on. Oh man, it was misleading. I thought there was gonna be a person involved, but it's just the dude here. I'll just show you, man.
Well, they got a bad track record right now. The last two.
Hey, this is NASA right here.
Oh,
they ain't blown nobody up in a while, I don't think. I think they got a decent streak going. Yeah, look, man. You know, you get out in space. You just punch the pilot in the back of the neck.
Take over the whole thing. Start jet setting around the cosmos.
I really used to think it was going to be hard to steal a spaceship, right? Like I was like, I got to learn algebra or some shit. But now everything's so dumbed down and intuitive. I really think that I could just get in a spaceship and just meow. It's mine now. It is mine. Okay. Bro, did you see the dude? I wrote this down, so I want to make sure that I didn't. So
hold. Before you leave from the space conversation real quick, I got to jump back to that animals in space piece real quick. The dude went on to say that at one point they were in talks with Sesame Street, and they were going to put Big Bird in one of the space shuttles. And then they figured out the Big Bird was literally the worst fucking character you could possibly send up in a space shuttle because he's so ginormous and everything. So they wound up sending a school teacher instead, and that space shuttle blew up. The space shuttle, I think Discovery. It blew up with a school teacher inside, and it was supposed to be Big Bird instead. And the dude said, man, he said, some small piece of me wishes that it would have been Big Bird instead. That's terrible.
Oh man, I'm lost. I'm lost on so many levels. The dead school teacher, that's the Challenger, right?
Challenger, yep.
That's Krista McCullough.
Yep. That was supposed to be Big Bird.
Bullshit.
Swear to God.
Okay, first of all, Big Bird's not a real person. Okay, I feel like in this world of alternative facts and fake news, I have to clarify for the purposes of transparency, Big Bird is not a real person.
Well, at least if it would have been Big Bird, it would have saved a school teacher then.
So were they going to send up a dude dressed like Big Bird?
Well, that's a good question. I thought Big Bird was real. I only know that fact, and I learned it from YouTube, so it must be real.
Yo, man, that's crazy that you didn't just know that. That's like my 9/11 before 9/11. When you were a little kid, everybody was like, bro, the Challenger blew up. Bro, the Challenger blew up. And then for like years, you'd ask somebody, how you doing? They'd be like, man, I don't know, the Challenger blew up a couple years ago. Like that was like the most important thing for the world. Like we shot a teacher into space. Big Bird's been living with that this whole time.
The whole time. Just feeling responsible. And on some Final Destination also. You sure he's been ducking? He's been trying to stay in close proximity and in padded rooms and stuff, because once you dodge death like that, it's coming after you.
He's probably like, he's probably super trying to avoid every space shuttle that gets offered to him. He's just like, no. So he just walks by and there's just a space shuttle with the door open. Come on, Big Bird.
Everywhere he turns, it's just a space shuttle. Just he peeks around the corner. Space shuttles just.
Damn. So is it the real Big Bird, or was it? Why couldn't you just send a puppet to Big Bird? And here's the reason you don't want Big Bird. He's out of shape. Why would you send somebody?
He's out of shape and he's gigantic.
Dude,
terrible character to pick.
Tire.
They could have picked it.
He's like Charles
They could have picked
Barkley.
Oscar. He at least had a trash can for when he came back for the impact. You know what? They tell later on that the USSR sent some turtles up there, and that they messed up, and the thing smashed on the ground again, but the turtles lived through it because they had shells.
No. We're gonna have to finish watching that. Actually,
it's worth it. I didn't want to take up too much time, but it's worth it.
Hey, you know what? Check it out, dude. Here's our two options. We can go dive into the horrible, terrible world that everybody else already knows about, and we can go, hey, what do you think about that anti-Semitic lady? We don't need to do that. We can totally do this, but. Here's the one thing I do want to address, man, and we've had a lot of cool victories on this show. Mm-hmm. We recently found out that we charted in some cool places, and we've picked up some fun sponsorships, and we've had some cool interviews this week. And but you can't win them all. And Crocs doesn't want to fuck with us.
It's all right. They'll come around.
I'm dying. That's the whole reason.
Slow grind. What people fail to learn is that there's levels to the no. You know what I'm saying? Now you never want to be forceful about it, But you can take a no, leave, and come back and say, well, I was just letting you know I've changed. I've grown. I've got more followers. People love followers. You got some social proof.
They said my website doesn't fit their brand.
Oh, well, they don't know yet. They don't know what fits the brand. The brand is ever changing. You know, what you're doing is ever changing. The culmination of everything. They might not like the weed. It might have been.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring, man.
Is Crocs made in Idaho? We got to double.
We barely knew how to put it.
All right, hold on. Let's go back to these happy animals.
Before the mission, they put her through the most rigorous canine space camp that Russia had to offer, throwing her in a centrifuge for a while to get her used to G-force, making her cage progressively smaller to get her used to cramped spaces, which made her just not shit anymore at all, but that's a different story. They also switched her diet to a special high-nutrition gel that she would have eaten after takeoff, you know, had her brain not crapped out from overheating within the first few hours. In 1959, the U.S. strapped 2 monkeys to the nose cone of a Jupiter missile and actually got them back alive afterwards, which is crazy, mostly because these things withstood 38 Gs of acceleration. For context, that's the force that makes even trained pilots lose consciousness times 4, or this thing times 12, or roughly the same forced experience when you realize that's not a normal speed bump, but one of those evil tiny ones that ruin your life. You know the ones. Well, that's what you get for doing 25 near a hospital, Sam. Well, hey, good thing I'm already here, considering the ballistics test that just went down between the roof of my car and my frickin' skull. Jesus. So in 61, we graduated from monkeys to great apes, sending up a chimpanzee named Ham. Remember Space Chimps? Yeah, it was that. Frame for frame. Andy Samberg and all. What's special about Ham is that he was actually trained to pull levers and slap buttons while up in the ship, being rewarded banana pellets for completing tasks and getting his feet tased whenever he messed up. Sounds like a cartoon, I know, but I promise it's for real. Meanwhile, the Soviets were busy putting a big, bald, smart ape into orbit, no big deal. France saw the US and Russia sending up monkeys and dogs and felt left out, so in 63, they launched a cat into space and were like, yeah, that's cool and unique. I'm one of the popular kids now. In 68, the Soviets saw the rabbit making rice cakes on the moon and said, how about a tortoise for that hare, launching 2 of them into deep space, all the way around the moon and back to Earth, where they were recovered alive after their capsule landed in the ocean. Kind of cheating when you are your own crash suit, but an impressive feat regardless. In 73, we put mummy chogs in space. What's a mummy chog? It's one of these things. Like a fish, but real rough and tumble. Tolerates low oxygen, weird pressure, high salinity, dishwasher safe, Energy Star rated, you name it, sister. At first, they could only swim in circles, but after a couple weeks, they actually adapted to 0G and figured out how to maneuver properly. Even more interesting, we also brought mummy chog eggs.
Are they going to tell us about Big Bird?
Mummy choglets knew how to swim in 0G immediately. Kind of spooky, honestly. That same mission also sent up right in the middle of your head. Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Crash webs, mind you, but hey, they managed. In 78, the Muppet Show aired Pigs in Space.
Oh, I used to love Pigs in Space.
In 85, we cut off the arms of a bunch of newts and sent them up to see if they grow back the same way. The reasoning behind this being, if a newt can't grow stuff back, then an astronaut with a paper cut probably can't either. Fortunately, they rearmed themselves at the normal rate, so all good on that front. Around the same time, NASA actually had talk Sesame Street about sending Big Bird up on the space shuttle as a publicity stunt. This is real. The plan ultimately fell through after they realized Big Bird is fucking giant and unwieldy at all times, literally the worst possible choice for a celebrity cameo on a space shuttle. So instead, they sent a school teacher in his place. And then the Challenger fucking exploded. Let me reiterate. There is a timeline not too far from this one where Big Bird is a casualty in the single worst astronautical disaster in history. A tiny evil part of me almost wishes that happened. Like, that's just so indescribably absurd. In the early 90s, we set up some baby jellyfish
what the fuck, dude?
Just for laughs. They figured out how to maneuver just fine, but when we brought them back down, they literally didn't have a concept of gravity and couldn't orient themselves properly in their new environment. Which, being a jellyfish is the easiest thing there is. You just kind of exist, maybe squirm a little now and then. So when you manage to somehow mess that up, you know things have gone seriously wrong. In 2003, the US sent up a bunch of invertebrates, including silkworms, spiders, carpenter bees, and harvester ants. Whoops, they exploded. In 07, some tardigrades went up, totally exposed to the vacuum of space for 10 days, which, surprise, surprise, they were fine. On that same mission, a cockroach gave birth, creating the first organism that we know of to ever have been conceived outside of Earth. And finally, in 2018, Elon Musk sent a big basket of mice to the International Space Station. Just, you know, because he can. So those are just a handful of God's creatures who got to experience.
All right, that's it. The rest is a plug for his people.
Wait. Elon Musk just sent up some mice to the space station
It's like, there you go. There's mice.
because
How about
he's starting the first space exterminator company. So he's
Could be.
gonna have to come in and take care of that later after the mice.
You get to Mars, it's just infested with mice. So, welcome to Mars. Enjoy your pod. Call Termex if you need any help.
Man, humans are so worthless. Like,
We tried to send Big Bird. I mean, that was gang.
but if you think how many humans are on this planet that have never really done anything for anybody else, and they create giant piles of turds and giant piles of garbage, and then you compare them to the impact of that poor turtle. Man, send these freaking couch potatoes to space, man. Like, let them get their brains melted. Don't let them do it with slow motion television atrophy. Like, just go ahead and melt them. Just tell them on the space shuttle you can get every season of Dawson's Creek.
We're not built like that, man. I'm telling you.
What, to care about other people, or to have the self inventory to look in a mirror and realize how worthless we are,
man.
Like, I mean, it sucks that of all
it.
the people that died, it was a school teacher, right? Like, the school teacher blew up because she actually was giving back to this world compared to what the other 7 billion people are out here doing. You know what I'm saying? Most of these mofos are just consuming and creating garbage. And I'm not distancing myself from that. Shoot me into space. I'm worthless. Right? But why do it to a turtle? Just because you're stronger than a turtle? Just because you can catch the turtle because the turtle can't run away from you? Like,
I think that's mainly what it is, right? Predatory instincts. Just like, if you get your hands on it.
Man, if you want to go colonize space, man, throw your kids up there. If you want to do some experiments, throw your kids up there. I seen a lady.
Elon Musk is down.
I seen a lady on my Facebook this morning say, "Why are vegans such dicks?" I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude? Those people are like standing up for animals that literally don't have anybody to stand up for them." And you're like, "What a dick, dude! You're eating other stuff like a damn ogre that lives under a bridge or something." Do not get defensive about your fucking predatory instincts. At the end of the world, you're just out here snatching up animals and stuffing them in your mouth and wiping your ass with babies. You know, that's why they're called baby wipes, right? Because in the old days, they didn't have toilet paper. People used to wipe their butts with people's other people's babies.
With children?
Yeah, there's a little baby walking by. You just snatch them up, wipe your ass on them. Because
you know what's awesome is I had something to say before that, and I totally can't remember. Yeah, completely thrown off track from the baby wipes. The
belief is that it was easier to clean off a baby into them. Right? So that's where that practice came from.
In your own hand, like in India.
So, man, what are we doing? Like, I've been staring at these 4 walls of this damn apartment, and like, what are we doing, man? We letting Joe Biden lull us into security? Like, we letting one pipeline shut down, make us forget about all the other ones that got approved? Are we letting, like...
Oh, well, he came to save you. Didn't you know that?
Bro, don't get lulled just because we got rid of the great pumpkin.
He came to save you.
We're in
just
trouble,
like all
man.
the other politicians before him.
We're in trouble. These dudes are like, so we might be able to give you 1,400. Oh, you know, like, man, here we are.
At least he tried to come even higher. You know what's funny is that all of it's first off taxed heavy. Anytime they give you something for free, it's automatically taxed at 50%. I don't know if anybody knew that. And I don't know what the taxes are on the stimulus check. I haven't checked yet, but I know the people are getting taxed right now and they're unhappy about it. So I'm sure they're feeling it somehow. And that would be what would happen if you were catching a 50% tax. It's just like once you go above a certain pay grade, you know what I'm saying, making so much per year, the taxes just go up and up and up. You don't really make that much more on your paycheck. You know, like people who are working for $25 an hour or, you know, making a little bit more than people who are working for a little bit less. It's all on purpose. You know, they have to keep people inside of these bubbles. That's why they were pissed off about GameStop. You know, when all of a sudden people found out that they could band together and all of a sudden manipulate the market in the same way that the big players did, all of a sudden it became a problem. All of a sudden everything got shut down. All of a sudden there was people who were working at Robinhood saying that they were receiving calls from the White House saying, tell everybody to cut that down, cut the app off. So I don't know.
I think it's a double switcheroo. I think it's like when the people who can get rich selling tiny homes use homeless people to petition City Hall to change the city policy about zoning for tiny homes under the guise that it's going to help the homeless people get houses. But really, there's some dude that's going to make a lot of money selling ADUs in the backyard of these rich people's houses, right? So they can turn them into Airbnbs and give tours of Portlandia. It just smells like that to me. Like, it just doesn't make sense that all of a sudden the whole world's going to figure out that investing in the same company is going to make them rich unless the person that originally owned those shares in that company or those companies, or maybe silver. I don't know. There's levels to this. There's always levels, and there's always somebody smarter than us pulling the strings to it, right?
You know, if they were to give out enough currency to people who didn't have currency and kind of distort where everything was and kind of devalue the dollar a little bit more and more and more and more, and then push stuff over towards being able to completely monitor every single transaction that happened inside of the world based on a wallet rather than a wallet.
Man, that's when my drug deals become consulting meetings.
They become a little difficult unless you decriminalize drugs. Then you're all right. They didn't decriminalize the sales of drugs, though.
Like, sir, how come all your consulting clients are crackheads? Like, just it's a weird business. Hey, let's remind everybody who helps us grow. I want to remind you guys, it's Cat Buttholes all 2021. We ain't stopping, but we're teaming up with some cool shit like Sick Mullet, Polarized UV Designer Eyewear, Sick Mullet. We also, Shane McLemore Toys. They're rocking these Barneys, but they also got all kinds of other dope shit. You guys go to Instagram. Trust me right now. Go to Instagram. Go to Shane McLemore Toys. You will die laughing at what some of these are. Lamborghini Terry is probably the nicest character they got. Most of them are serial killers and flashers and definitely inappropriate. Patrick Thomas Perkins wants you to wear a freaking mask like he does. Let's see, who else do we got? Don't forget, tonight is the Bingo XOXO benefiting the Meal Exchange Program. Don't forget, standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. You should be watching all this shit on Urban Survivor, man. Yo, Darty, tell them what they won.
Tell them what they won?
Yo, what's up with Exotic Pops? Drop some clothes.
Man, Exotic Pops is going down. You already know. New flavors coming out. Dope Era, the Northwest Ambassador, Northwest. You know what it is.
Man, let's just get out of here. I still ain't got my go away music. I can't play that Nipsey Hussle shit no more. So
no,
man,
I got something for you.
Hey, I still want to keep the video. I just want to change the audio, and I just ain't got around to keeping the video.
You should play "Free the Kids Out of the Cages" by Mexican Mac.
Yo, you know what? That is my dude. Lucci Vega is my dude. Yep. You know what? We're gonna go over the time limit right now, and we're gonna do this. Hold on. Oh shit! Did you know that the Sam O'Nella Academy is Salmonella?
Yep, Salmonella.
Yeah. Did you notice that?
Yep. Is that awesome?
Yeah,
I noticed it when I was told the first time. I forgot what his whole name was and everything. I've just been Googling that. Animals in space.
Man, I found Lucci Vega, but I can't find his new video. Oh, there it is.
I just type in "Free the Kids Out of the Cages."
Hold on, man.
Dude, the hardest part of this video is when he's got his shirt off in front of Washington County Courthouse. Then he's drinking a Hennessy. And he's standing there with the raza. Doing it. He
Man.
did the Ollie shuffle right in the beginning. That was hard. His whole video is hard.
Like, I could find them, but you know what? Let me try this.
Yeah, I'm fucking with La Raza the way you say you do.
There we go. Found it. All right. It's worth it.
Oh, totally worth it.
Yeah, the shots in this video are incredible.
Right now,
The
U.S.
shirtless
Border
ones.
Patrol is
Shout out King Temple. Black
15,000
Lagoon.
people every day,
Shout out to
including
the
an
real Black
estimated
Lagoon, too.
2,000 unaccompanied children. The detention centers where they're being held have become notorious for their squalid condition.
He made inflammatory remarks about Mexican immigrants. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
We're building a wall. He's a Mexican. We're building a wall between here and Mexico. The answer is...
If you don't like me, baby, take me to court. I'm bumping Chalino and I'm slapping too short. I'm late to court. My baby mama mad. I'm just like you, brother. I ain't never had a dad.
Hey.
Beat that cash out the cages, let the children be free. These gringos hate me so much, they wanna see me deceased. We don't fuck with police, we some real fucking cheats. Ask about us in the streets, ain't no justice, no peace. We fuck with dirt, guarantee you knocking on the devil's door. Beat a dirty castle back, he yelling, I don't want no more. Now the DEA, the FBI, they knocking down my door. Cause I make illegal music, I die yelling, fuck the law. They killing all the Mexicans, but I guess that's not important. Cause y'all still rap about your chains and your Jordans. Y'all ain't fucking with La Raza the way you say you do. Always missing in action, and we been going through it. They got bitches inside their heart, but I already knew it. These racist motherfuckers, they gon' really make me lose it. My temper, my patience, my last ounce of kindness. Better watch your fucking mouth when you speaking to the finest. The ghetto, the hood, there's love to show me love. Children missing by the thousand, nobody gives a fuck. They rape them, they murder them, and then they sell their guts. Most times they like to eat them, they be drinking baby blood. The lies, the bullshit, are people hiding up. I hope you really mean it when you boys be acting tough. I hope you really mean it when you boys be acting tough. Free the cash out the cages, let the children be free. These gringos hate me so much, they wanna see me deceased. We don't fuck with police, we some real fucking cheats. Ask about us in the streets, ain't no justice, no peace. You fuck with dirt, guarantee you knocking on the devil's door. Beat a dirty castle back, he yelling, I don't want no more. Now the DEA, the FBI, they knocking down my door. Cause I make illegal music, I die yelling, fuck the law. Don't worry about my name, don't ask me where I'm from. You fucking with my family, but bitch, I'm acting dumb. You cops make me laugh, you ain't shit without your guns. Killing innocent civilians, you got bullied and punked. So I gotta move wisely for my daughters and my son, so they can live a better life than me when I was young. And that's into real into my play, my final season. Shout out to Gold Toes, that's like 17 reasons to keep pushing their hard line. Front line for my people, my family, my fans, my everyday dog. They get to comfortable, we creeping through the fall. Tell your bitch ass president, let the children be free. Cause if he don't, it's gonna be so war in these streets. And if he don't, it's gonna be so war in these streets. Let the children be free and fuck the police. Let the children be free, it's gonna be war in these streets. Yee!
Yo, what it is. See you guys tomorrow.